Hello everyone, TECHMANPAT here. I hope you are well. Today we're breaking down home battery warranties, what they actually mean, and how to spot the fine print. So if you're considering a home battery for your solar setup, understanding warranty is critical for peace of mind. We'll explain the two main types of coverage, time-based and throughput-based, decode terms like end-of-life capacity and depth of discharge, and highlight real examples from popular brands like Tesla's Powerwall 2 units by Growatt, Signergy, and SunGrow. By the end, you'll know exactly what to look for in a battery warranty and how to avoid common traps. So let's get started by rolling the intro. When you hear a battery has 10-year warranty, it usually isn't as simple as just lasting 10 years. Most home batteries come with two layers of warranty coverage. So first we have the time-based warranty. This covers a set period, usually 10 years from installation. If defects occur at that time, the manufacturer will repair or replace the battery units. This is the type we are most used to in the consumer space. Then we have throughput warranty. This acts like a kilometer or mileage limit. Think new car warranty. This means coverage ends if you hit a set energy or cycle cap before the time limit. For example, Tesla allows 37.8 megawatt hours and Growatt has 37.6 megawatt hours for a 10 kilowatt hour unit, which is about one full cycle per day for around 10 years. In the fine print, you will see something like coverage is X years or X megawatt hours, whichever comes first. But why? Well, throughput limits let manufacturers account for heavy battery use. Most households using solar for self-consumption won't hit these caps in 9 to 10 years, so the warranty will expire by time, not cycles. For example, Tesla's Powerwall offers unlimited cycles for solar-only use, with its 37.8 cap rarely reached in normal conditions. However, intensive use like the VPP participation, frequent grid charging for resale, or heavy off-grid cycling can hit the limit sooner and end coverage early. I highlighted this in a previous video about the Western Australian mandatory VPP. I even sent a letter to a minister and their reply said it wasn't a concern. But I disagree. Now let's turn to the key terms that you probably will encounter at some point during your battery choices, or at least it'll be in some of the documents that you'll be provided. Those are end-of-life capacity and depth of discharge. Now, battery warranties include a capacity retention guarantee such as 70% after 10 years, meaning, for example, a 10 kilowatt hour unit should still deliver at least 7 kilowatt hours by the end of the term. Most brands use 70%, but as you can guess, higher retention and longer coverage are best, but they'll probably also cost more. Secondly, we have depth of discharge, usually marked as DOD. This shows how much of the battery's capacity you can use each cycle. Many modern lithium batteries offer about 90 to 100% DOD, so you can use nearly all advertised capacity without harm. For example, a 10 kilowatt hour battery with 80% DOD gives you 8 kilowatt hours usable. With 100% DOD, it's the full 10 kilowatt hours. Now, higher DOD means more usable energy but can shorten cycle life, though warranties often account for this via the throughput limits. To note, your rebates are also calculated on usable kilowatt hours, not the total in the unit. So make sure to always check usable capacity when sizing a battery so you don't get disappointed on install day and say, where are my 10% of kilowatt hours? Now, I say all this because I expect many installers will have hundreds of such projects and they probably won't go into detail with every single person who wants one, so these are going to be details that are going to be missed. Speaking of details, what's covered and what's not? A warranty isn't a blank check. It comes with conditions and exclusions, which we know we don't like them, but let's talk about what's actually covered. Generally, manufacturing defects or failures under normal operation. If the battery stops working due to an internal fault or its capacity drops below the guaranteed levels within the warranty period and usage limitations, the manufacturer should repair or replace it. Whether you have to fight for it is a question we're not going to answer in this video. All components integral to the battery system are usually included. For example, Tesla covers the Powerwall unit and its companion control unit gateway under the warranty. SunGrow's warranty says if the battery fails to retain 60% capacity under the throughput limit, they'll replace parts or the unit, even with a refurbished one to meet specs. However, as always, warranties comes with strings attached. So here are some common exclusions and requirements to watch out for. First off, proper installation. The installer must follow the manual and local rules. You must use a certified or licensed installer. DIY or poor installation will void the warranty. Then approved usage and equipment. And this is something your installer should help you with. They should not be installing a certain brand with an inverter that they know won't be compatible, but that then again could be covered by the workmanship, or at least some very difficult conversation you'll have with the installer. Also, and very importantly, environmental conditions. Your installer will need to install it in a place that keeps the battery within required temperature and humidity limits. Let's say for Western Australia, you need to install it in the shade because it gets really hot during the summer, and heat is a battery's worst enemy. It will reduce its capacity and performance. Now, there is also some maintenance you need to take on, but it's pretty basic stuff. First off, make sure the surroundings of the device are clean to keep it functioning at its best. Now, this one, it's a bit of a pain. You see, many warranties require online connections for updates and data logging. Being offline for long periods can shorten or void coverage, and a lot of manufacturers will check the logs to verify what happened and if it is covered under warranty. As always, these warranties do not cover any related costs or losses, only equipment replacement. So with all that in mind, what are some gotchas you should be mindful of when evaluating a home battery? I think it's all about warranty length at first. That's the first number you should really look at. It's gotta be 10 years, longer is a bonus, anything less than that, probably avoid. And then the throughput cycles. Ensure it covers at least one full cycle per day for the warranty term. So 3,650 cycles in 10 years. High limits or unlimited cycles are of course better and something to pick. Capacity retention, 70% is a great number. After 10 years, 80% is excellent and 60% is on the lower end. So look, if it's not stated, it's probably a red flag. If it's stated, it's okay. Of course, local support. Choose a brand with Australian services or local distribution arms for easier claims. Like with any expensive product, this battery warranty is a critical part of your home energy investment. It tells you how long the manufacturer is willing to stand behind their product's performance. The strongest warranties typically indicate a more durable, higher quality battery, or at least a company confident in it. Whereas lots of fine print and short terms might indicate you'll maybe face issues and they want to cover themselves so they don't have to pay out. But don't hesitate to ask your installer to provide the warranty documents before you buy, and you know what, even ask them, do you get a lot of returns? Do you have to go back and fix and replace? I think they should tell you. And maybe they might push you to a more expensive one. Who knows? So friends, thank you very much for watching. If you found the breakdown helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tech and energy insights. And let me know in the comments what battery you're considering and how does the warranty stack up. Thank you very much for watching, and bye!